Hello, this is Too Far Enterprises. And in case you're wondering, I had a video. It was made especially for Labor Day, and TikTok actually put a strike against me for misinformation from the beginning, and then they said something else down the line. But it was titled Labor Day or Slave Labor Day. It could be seen on YouTube and under the channel Too Far Enterprises. But I'd like to tell you, freedom of speech is being taken away from you. The right for you to have money or any kind of resources is on the way to being taken away from you and taken care of. Digital money. If everybody has all their money in the same place, who's going to control that? And what happens if they decide to turn off the control of digital money? Who do you think is going to perish and suffer? Now all of a sudden they're talking about digital IDs implanted in babies in Africa. I'm like, am I crazy or is somebody else crazy? Or are we actually letting this happen without even saying anything? When you have power to censor people from saying anything about what you're doing to other people, because right now it doesn't affect people with a lot of money, but when they start taking their resources and their money, then it's going to be a problem. I'd like to tell you about what the First Amendment of the Constitution says. And then I'd like you to think about this 2025 agenda that they're trying to put out, okay, by ushering in a new president. And you should know by my video on that. But Amendment 1 in the Constitution says, freedom of religion, speech, and the press, rights of assembly and petition. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. Now, I want to ask y'all, what happened to of the people, by the people, for the people? You know, we been actually falling for the same old tricks for hundreds of years. And the only reason why it's passed that long is because the majority who look just like the people who own everything had certain privileges. But you wait till they start taking those privileges away from them, okay? Then you're gonna hear some screaming and hollering and all kind of stuff. You know, the human race is supposed to progress. Freedom of speech is just one of the ways that we use to articulate our grievances and to feel like we have some type of freedom. We're supposed to be called human beings, but I don't see that happening, because most of the time, and a lot of the time, But most people who have or think they have privileges, they are nothing but modern day Neanderthals. But if I'm wrong on what I'm saying, please tell me. Now, I understand that it's a David and Goliath type thing when one person or a small group of people goes against corporations, companies, governments, and the way that they see things. But sometimes the way they see things is not good for the everyday grassroots human beings. Something I said was that the rich, and quote me if I'm wrong, Rockefeller said, I don't need a bunch of thinkers. I need workers. So I say to that, the small percentage of rich people look at workers as slaves. Now, a percentage of those people who have privilege and been having privilege are now having to deal with the things people of color have been dealing with. And I said, welcome to the people of color club. Now, we know we heard a lot about the New World Order, and, you know, we have paid that no mind or nothing like that, but all of a sudden, COVID, digital money, censoring of what you can say and what you cannot. Now, if you're vulgar and you know you're not telling the truth, I understand that. But just because you don't like somebody saying the truth is another deal. You know, all our lives, they've, you know, a certain group of people, rich people, been pitting one group against another group, okay? And do you realize that it's a small group of people that own most of the people's or the world's resources and control the majority of the people? Now, people are also involved in, when you look at resources. We're resources to some people. Now, I said all of this, and then I thought about Henry David Thoreau, civil disobedience. That's what freedom of speech is right now, because, you know, it seems like they think that it's against the law for you to speak your mind. And then, after it was all over with, I thought about the little kids, that's not even counting the slaves, but the little kids and the migrant workers that came over here ever since the Industrial Revolution and everything else. And they were working them to death, coal mines and all of that. And after you did all that, because you didn't consider slaves in this, you said, nice job, take the day off. This is Too Far Enterprises, and you can censor me because this is your thing. But when you didn't have anything, you wanted all the people in the world to be involved in TikTok. Now you set up new rules because you think you have all the people you need. Good job. Take the day off. Thank you.